Las Vegas. For the last 3 years, Conor McGregor could do no wrong. He quickly ascended from relative anonymity to the undisputed biggest star in mixed martial arts. But now, the UFC featherweight champion seems dangerously close to watching it all wiped away. McGregor, who looked unstoppable in his first 7 UFC fights, saw his air of invincibility vanish in March after moving up 25 pounds to challenge scrappy, short-notice replacement Nate Diaz. The Notorious ultimately tapped out to a second-round rear naked choke in a non-title welterweight bout. 5 months later, McGregor won 9-3 MM at 7-1 UFC, and Diaz 19-10, 14-8 meet again in the headlining bout of Saturday's UFC 202 pay-per-view event at T-Mobile Arena. E.T. "It's something that's part of the game," McGregor told USA Today Sports. "You've just got to take it. It ain't nice. The highs are very, very high, and the lows are low. But you suck it up, break it down into what went wrong, and correct the mistakes." It's a crazy, crazy business. Despite the loss, McGregor still holds the UFC's 145-pound title, but his own head coach has suggested the 28-year-old Irishman is no longer capable of making weight in the competitive division. UFC President Dana White said if that's the case, current interim champ Jose Aldo will be granted undisputed status. If he falls short on Saturday night, McGregor could face the very real possibility of not only owning a 2-fight skid, but also being stripped of his title. He could also find himself forced out of those lucrative PPV headlining slots, which this year helped him become the first MMA fighter to crack Forbes' list of highest-paid athletes. Still, it was McGregor who insisted on the rematch with Diaz, and it was done again at 170 pounds. "I couldn't make it at any other weight except the weight I was defeated at," McGregor said. "It would have raised questions. I feel it would have defeated the purpose of what this is about." White said he recommended McGregor choose differently, but respected the fighter's insistence. "I didn't think it was a good idea, but it's one of the things I respect about Conor," White said. This is what he wanted, and how do you say no to a guy that has stepped up every time on short-notice fights? Because believe me, we've had plenty of guys who don't step up.